Welcome back to Maggie and Macha. It's good to have you here. I hope you like and subscribe to this channel. And today I'm going to ask you the question, do you know what a kitchen party is? Today I'm going to show you what a kitchen party is here in Zambia. It's somewhat like a wedding shower, but also very different. So a while back, a whole bunch of women from the compound decided to go and celebrate a kitchen party in Choma, which is about an hour and 15 minutes away. It's where we do our grocery shopping. So we gathered around 9:30-ish and got on the hospital bus and made our way, first stop, to the market. It's only about 5 minutes away, but everybody wanted to get a breakfast snack, including our driver. And so once we got our snack, the boombox started and the dancing started. Here we go. We went down the bumpy road. It's about 14 kilometers till we get to the tarmac. And as we were going down the road, we passed our church. And if you look really closely, you can even see my husband walking from our vehicle to the church. There he is. Believe it or not, the road is actually much less bumpy than it used to be. When we first came, there were just tons of ruts in the road. So they have resurfaced it in 2022, I think it was. So it's a bit better. The story behind this kitchen party is that we had a new doctor who was assigned to our hospital, and he was about to get married, but his family is from far away. And so he had asked people from the hospital, these are all hospital workers, nurses, lab technicians, etc. And he said, can you come to Choma and represent my side of the family? So they requested that we wear either white or emerald green. And so this is a bus full of hospital staff, and we're representing this doctor's family as we go to his kitchen party. We finally made it to the tarmac, and this is what's called a highway here in Zambia. It's a one-way road, one way each way, and it was built by the Chinese back in 2009. Actually, when we visited Zambia on our first trip, they were just building this road between Namwala and Choma. We are very grateful for this road because it really cuts down the time and makes it worth our while to go to Choma and get our groceries. So yeah, so more partying along the way. It was a lot easier to dance on this road than it was on the bumpy road. So it was smooth sailing all the way to Choma. More and more people got up to dance. So it was a lot of fun. They were just enjoying themselves, getting off campus, kind of doing something different, heading to a party. They were just enjoying themselves. It was great. About halfway between Macha and Choma is this little town called, it's a little village really, called Mbabala. And you'll have to wait till the end of this video, actually this story, to find out what happened here on our way home. So more to come on that one. Stay tuned and you'll see what happened. But we just drove through there and continued dancing about an hour and 15 minutes all the way to Choma. It was a lot of fun. By the time we got to Choma, it was about 11:30, something like that. And there was a little bit of confusion over what was to happen next. We stopped for a bit, and there was debate whether some people were going to go somewhere to get their hair done or their makeup. Other people were saying, no, we need to go to the venue. And so there's a little bit of a debate, but eventually they figured it out. They decided that the mother of the bride wanted us to come to her house. So here we are arriving at the house, getting off the bus, greeted with yet another party and a lot of dancing, because that's what we do. I had no idea what time the actual kitchen party was supposed to start. I didn't know if it was 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. It could have been any time. But I was just along for the ride, and it was pretty interesting. I didn't ever know what they were singing about, although I did ask a friend every now and then. And it's a lot of just traditional songs that they like to sing every time that they have a party. After a bit, we went inside and they served us a drink called jibantu. It's made from corn or maize, as they call it here. And then they served us a meal, either chicken, beef, or fish, and along with nshima, which is like a corn-based paste. And in other countries, it's called ugali or pap in South Africa. So yeah, we ate well. As I was there, I watched these kids playing in this car. It's an old car that's just sitting in the front of the house in the courtyard, and obviously the kids are just using it as a playground, and that was kind of fun. And some of my friends went off to get their hair done. As you can see here, some of the people were getting their hair done here at the house. And apparently the plan was to get on the bus, and people started having their makeup done. There were two ladies who were pretty well prepared to do everybody's makeup. So we stayed on the bus for maybe an hour and a half while these two ladies were doing everyone's makeup. It got kind of hot on the bus, but we had the windows open at least. And so we just waited while everyone took turns getting their makeup done.
The artist at work.
This little baby was asleep in his mom's arms, and so she was getting her makeup done while the baby was asleep. Worked out great. Once the makeup was done, then they moved on to doing their hair. Now, some have extensions, some have wigs, some have their natural hair. There's just all kinds of options. This lady had a long-haired wig, and even the one with the short hair, that's not her hair, that's a wig. So they love to use wigs, and I don't know, it would make me really hot, but they look really nice with them on, so here you have it. Once they had it all together, this is how they looked, and they sure do look beautiful. Taking selfies. Yep, making sure every piece is in the right way. And so then we finally went to the venue. I think by this time it was maybe 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I was ready to get off the bus, but I had not yet changed into what I was going to be wearing. So I still didn't know when I was going to change. Some of them had changed on the bus. Some of them had gone off to I don't know where to change. So there were just a few of us left who needed to change. So once we got there, I managed to find a bathroom and quickly changed into my dress, and everything was fine. But here's the venue. It's really nice. It's a nice venue in Choma that was used actually for a beauty contest. So you have this side is for the bride, and then we were on the other side representing the groom. Everybody is all dolled up, has their dresses on, and is waiting for the party. My friends still hadn't come back from wherever they had gone to get their hair done and their makeup done, and I was a little worried that they were going to miss the party, so they didn't come for quite a while. But here's the MC. She started the party off, and so this is kind of an upscale version of a kitchen party because it's in Choma and because it's a doctor that's getting married. But we still do the same thing here in the village, just at a lower scale. All these ladies are going out of the building so that they can go find the bride and escort her into the building. You'll see that she's covered in a piece of material, which is called a chitenge, which is what they wrap themselves in oftentimes. But she's going to be covered, completely covered. You won't be able to see her at all because the groom cannot see her yet. So here we all are coming back into the building, escorting the bride down the aisle. Well, I guess that you can see a little bit of her emerald green dress peeking out, but sometimes they just completely cover the bride and you don't see anything. Once she's walked down the aisle, she goes up onto the stage and sits down completely covered from head to toe. And of course there's always music, and she then waits for the groom to come in. So the people come back out and start escorting the groom. Here he is in a white shirt along with his 3 groomsmen, and he slowly makes his way down the aisle himself to meet his bride. Once again, lots of dancing and celebrating and just cheering everybody on. It's a lot of fun, big party. As he's walking down, you'll notice these women are putting money in a basket. So they're collecting money, and this is for him to give as a gift to his wife, his bride-to-be. Meanwhile, she has to sit very still on the stage and just wait her turn. She's just being very submissive and waiting till her groom comes and unveils her. The MC continues to hype it up and tries to encourage people to keep donating money. And so lots of dancing, lots of music. I'll just be quiet now and you can enjoy. I don't know how I didn't get a video of the groom unveiling his bride, but I didn't. I'm sorry about that. But eventually she is there and everyone can see her. They make sure her dress is fluffed up. And one thing that you'll notice throughout the ceremony is that she always has her thumbs tucked in to her palm. And that's a really important part. I've noticed that in the village too. It was intriguing to me that they do that here in Choma as well. But it's a sign of submission. And so she is eventually brought down to the main floor. And so she's showing a sign that she's submitting to her groom and also to the families. So you'll see in the ceremony how important this is. Here's a glimpse of when she is laying on the floor, literally clapping her hands in submission to her future husband. So then she's taken out, and then she will come in dancing down the aisle, and you can see her palms, her thumbs are tucked in. Funny thing is that this song is in French, so I actually understand this one. The whole kitchen party is very rehearsed and follows the same program every time, whether you're in the village or in some other city. And eventually the husband or the groom comes and joins his bride, and then they dance together. And you can also see that his mom has now come to join them as well. At this point, the bride is going to slowly inch her way down. It looks a bit painful, but they practice this until she's down on the ground. You'll see that it's just inch by inch. Just keep watching. I'm always amazed at how slow they go. And this is just the beginning of this part of the ceremony. And since this video is getting a bit long, I'm going to do it in 2 parts. So I'm going to stop here and continue on the next part in a different video. So please make sure that you follow part 2 of this kitchen party. And as you can see, her dress is beautiful. Everything is picked out and made at home. The party is going well. The guests are having a good time. So the kitchen party is just starting. Come back to find out what happens in Babala on the way home. And in the meantime, enjoy this video that I'm going to tag here, and please subscribe. I appreciate that.